Voila! It's your brother John Mack, aka Mindbender in the building. And welcome to Metro 360 News. You know, I've had my commentary here and there about Cassius Jones, and I try to keep a lot of that information somewhat low key because after a while, man, it really just doesn't feel good blasting people with the same color and hue as my skin tone. But we got to know when people in our community is agents of prosperity for themselves and have no interest in nationalism amongst the divided population in the United States that they call Black Americans. The construct, the social engineering project that they created through multiple uses of coercion, blackmail, and sometimes even brotherhood. But not brotherhood amongst the common folk. Some alien threat to the community that was constructed by them. You see, a capitalistic society could only thrive if somebody is up and somebody is down. Because if everybody has the same, that's communism. And oh wow, that's a horrible word in this country. Communism. But let me tell you something. On the other side of that, you have who they call liberals who say they're virtually into the same thing while upholding capitalism, which is an oxymoron in its fucking self. I know for a fact that nobody's a part of anything unless they're getting paid. The reason why a lot of this commentary with all this black this and that shit don't work is because of capitalism. Because somebody along the way is going to sell out for the dollar. And that's why the dollar continues to rule. I think deep down inside, we all understand that. We all understand the Cash Jones. We wake up with that fever every morning. If we didn't, how would we be motivated to hustle or go to work or whatever it is that you do? Play sports, whatever. Either way, you want to be a part of that money tree, which means that you support and you love capitalism. When people talk about the homeless and shit all over California, the homeless and shit all over New York, and then you compile that shit with immigrants, is that even a real fucking thing? Because it seemed to me, right? Like all the motherfuckers they took back across the border, we wasted mad taxpayer money because motherfuckers just came right back. The one thing we can see for sure is once upon a time, the music industry was 24% of the GDP. I'm not sure where music stands right now, but hip hop is in a terrible state. The worst music ever. We watched them destroy our genre, and we told ourselves it was tight. It was like, oh, this is tight. I love this. But they destroyed our genre right in front of our fucking faces like nothing. They allowed a whole lot of weirdos and fuckboys. Let me show you how the national agenda works against us. All right? The national agenda works against us. They wanted to make everything in this community and that community acceptable. So who did they get to do it? A black president. Well, I'll be fucking God picking. Man, I'm going to watch my mouth on this one. But they pulled the hoax over our eyes right in front of us. Just like they do with this director and actor Cash Jones, who comes directly out of whose camp? You guessed it. Tyler Perry. You know. You was wondering why he looked like Ving Rhames. You know. My man told us in the beginning he drive trucks. He got 4-5 businesses. But at the end of the day, he's an actor and he's a director. And I'm going to follow this up for y'all, but I'm going to show you what they do with directors and actor combos. I knew that hip hop was going that direction because I seen the domination of videos as opposed to recorded media. They held on. They held on for another 20 years. But after video killed the radio star, you know, we seen where this thing was going. Visuals were going to end up being everything. And as camcorders were getting better, little home camcorders, oh no, they couldn't have camcorder niggas competing with big budget videos. You know, where did they get the money to even do this dumb shit? But you see what they did was they moved the music world over to the major motion picture studios where they shooting these videos at now. Big time green screen, big time directors, blah, blah, blah. And then what do they do with movies? Movies are all but like pushed to the side. Nobody want to sit and watch a 2.5 hour movie. People's attention span ain't that long. They need 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes at the most. And if your story don't get across, they out of there. That's evident from my YouTube numbers. But I'm going to conclude a part 2 to this. I just want you to say, watch out for the next 6 months how much drama this fucking pig causes. It is a live, real world from MTV and shit. This shit is straight out of a comic book, man. Straight out of a comic book. That's all I'm going to say. Pay attention to Crack 100.